Yo, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's Oscar and we're back again with another video today. Today I got something special for you guys, something pretty cool, something not related to chips, but more so playing cards. So obviously when you play poker, you need cards, you need chips, you need this and this and that. So they kind of go all, all the same world, but today we're going to be doing a quick review on the Faded Spade FSX playing cards. These are the FSX means Faded Spade Excellence. So the newest edition of Faded Spade cards. I've heard a lot of talk about them online as far as PCF customers at work asking for them. I always have to say, I don't have Faded Spade cards. We've never had Faded Spade cards at Spinetti's, but I'm going to start offering them through Spinetti's. If somebody wants to order custom decks and stuff like that, we can definitely do Faded Spade custom decks if you're looking for that. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video today talking about my thoughts on the cards because it's the first time I've ever gotten to feel Faded Spades and stuff like that. So it was kind of a different world for me. I'm used to Copags. I felt plenty of chems in my life. Broken Arrow Supply on PCF, Cartamundi, Poker Stars decks. We have Dal Negros, old A plus and casino backs and stuff like that. But Faded Spade was something new for me, something that I had never felt before. And yeah, I wanted to talk about it with you guys and kind of give you my thoughts about the decks, how they feel, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoy. This should be a fun one. Maybe you guys haven't felt Faded Spade cards before. Maybe you have, I don't know. There's a lot of talk about it, a lot of good stuff, I haven't read a lot of bad stuff, only good stuff, but lots of people definitely talking about it, and yeah, let's get right into it. So, starting off, this is the Faded Spade FSX deck, or the setup box like I showed you guys. Definitely a very cool design. We have this it's like a gold foil on here with the kind of translucent kind of jack in the background with the FSX. Very nice box. Inside you have two decks. We're going to have a gold one and then a cut card here. I've already opened one of the decks. So like I mentioned, you have a gold and a red. So similar to what you see on the case, you get a gold and a red deck. And yeah, so like I mentioned, this is the sealed gold deck. Very cool, very nice, very straight to the point. You have the Faded Spade, classic fadedspade.com here. Nice sealed deck. Standard index bridge size playing cards. And then you have the red deck. The red deck I've already shuffled plenty of times and done whatnot. Pretty standard deck. It's gonna be, like I mentioned, bridge, standard size, and yeah, it's pretty simple. These are plastic playing cards. So with plastic playing cards, like I showed in a video I did a couple of years ago, with plastic playing cards you can bend it all the way back like this, and it goes back basically pretty much flat. If you were to do that with a plastic coated paper like a standard used casino deck, it's not going to do that. But yeah, these are fairly nice quality. I was pretty it was my first time feeling Faded Spade cards last week when I received this deck from them, which they were very gracious to send to me free of charge as a sample, which I was very pleased about. But the first initial thought is it has a texture on the back and the front. I wish I could show this off pretty easily on camera, but maybe you can see it here if the light hits it correctly. But there is a texture on the front and on the back. The same rough texture on the front and back. To me, it's kind of different because I'm used to only the texture being on the back. But the overall card itself, it's very nice, made of plastic, of course, so you can definitely do whatever you want with it. The texture itself is kind of, it's a little bit odd to me. I'm not used to this. Maybe a dedicated dealer, somebody who deals all night long, maybe might have a better grasp about it. But to me, like I mentioned, it's the first time I've ever felt, playing cards that have a texture on the front and back. So it was a little bit new to me, a little bit different, but overall, a very nice deck. I'll show some clips of it shuffling here in a second, but like I mentioned, texture on the front and back. You have the nice thing. Obviously, these decks come with 2 jokers. As you can see, here's 1 joker. You'll get 2 jokers, of course, like every playing card deck does. And yeah, let's get into some shuffling. If I can shuffle, I hope I can. And we'll talk about the decks a little bit more. So like I mentioned, I'm no professional at shuffling cards at all, and I hope this camera view is okay. I wish I had a poker table I could do this on and have the right camera angle, but unfortunately at the moment I don't have a poker table. I could potentially do this video at work, but I wanted to do it here at home. And yeah, like I mentioned, this is the Faded Spade card here. Like I've shown you guys, these are, I guess, 100% plastic. If you wanted to, you know, you're sitting here playing poker, go like this. You know, you want to peek your cards. Obviously, you'll have 2 cards, so we'll use these to, you know, let's say this is your hand. Quickly peek it over like this. Or I know some people look at it like this. You know, works just fine. Or let's say, you know, you go like this. You know, you can do whatever you want. These are never gonna fold. They're never gonna bend. Do nothing like that. So, pretty standard, you know, deck. Plastic playing cards. You can do ultimately whatever you like. And like I mentioned before, I'm not a professional at shuffling decks or whatnot, but not bad for a first little shuffle. And yeah, so this is kind of what you get from a plastic deck. You can shuffle all day long, and then you can just go on and just keep going, because plastic decks are going to last you a lifetime. In my opinion, plastic decks are always going to last at least 10 times longer than, you know, an actual used casino deck. And yeah, I don't know. I've always enjoyed plastic decks, whether it be Copag. Chems, not so much, but these Faded Spades, they're actually starting to grow on me quite a bit. You know, I think it's just the texture feel to them that's a little bit different to me, that I'm not used to. And I don't know, overall it's starting to grow on me. You know, I'd love to offer these through work, you know, as a custom item. Definitely still available, you know, if you wanted to. Please, you know, you can reach out to me. I'll put my work information in the description. You know, if you wanted to order some, we can definitely work on that. Talk about minimums, pricing, all the, you know, the basics about that. But to be honest, they're not a bad deck. You know, once you use them a little bit, you know, it starts to feel quite good. But overall, you know, Faded Spade FSX cards, pretty decent. I'm liking the way they feel, and pretty happy. And big thanks to Faded Spade again for, you know, sending these over, because otherwise I probably would have never felt Faded Spade cards, you know, because we don't carry them at work. I myself, you know, don't really order too many cards, you know, just randomly. So it's awesome to see, you know, a company like that. They want to be, you know, talked about. They want some outreach, and they want to see, you know, people, you know, try their products and see what it's all about. So yeah, pretty awesome. So like I mentioned, big shout out to Faded Spade for sending me a free deck to show you guys kind of what it's about, how I like the cards, what my thoughts are, and so on and so forth. If you guys did enjoy this video, or if you have any thoughts, put those down below. Maybe you guys might consider buying Faded Spade cards in the future. Maybe it's something you haven't looked into. Maybe it's something you want to look into. These new FSX cards are pretty nice. Like I said, texture on the front, texture on the back, you know, bridge size, standard index. I believe they have a few different options for cards as well. So that might be something to check out. You can check that out. I'll put their information down in the description below. And yeah, overall, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like. If you have any comments, put those down below in the comments. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Share the video with your friends and family. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.